Once upon a time, in a quaint little town nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a woman named Sarah. Sarah used to believe in forever. For years, she and David lived what she thought was a dream. They laughed at the same jokes, shared long walks on weekends, and built a life together that seemed untouchable. Friends admired their bond. Neighbors called them the perfect couple, and Sarah, in her heart, thought she was safe. However, perfection has cracks, and Sarah began to notice them. At first, it was small things. David stayed longer at work. He no longer reached for her hand at the dinner table. His laughter faded into silence, replaced by a phone that buzzed late into the night. Sarah tried to ignore it. She told herself he was tired, stressed, or maybe just distracted. But then came the little things she couldn't explain, a perfume on his shirt that wasn't hers, sun showers the moment he came home, and smiles he never shared with her anymore. Nights turned longer. Sarah sat waiting on the couch, watching the clock strike midnight, then 1. He would come home late, smelling of cologne, with excuses rehearsed as if he had practiced them on the way back. Her heart battled her mind. She wanted to trust him, the man she once believed would never hurt her. But her intuition whispered louder each day. Something wasn't right. Something was being hidden. One evening, when David left his phone on the table, Sarah gave in to the fear she had buried for months. Her hands trembled as she unlocked it. And there it was, messages filled with affection, hearts, and promises. Words he had once said only to her, now sent to someone else. The next day, she followed her instincts. She drove quietly, heart pounding in her chest, and then she saw them. David and a woman named Emily, not just talking, not just meeting, but holding hands, leaning close, sharing laughter that once belonged to Sarah. In that moment, her world shattered. That night, Sarah stood before him. Her voice shook, her hands clenched, her eyes filled with tears. "David, how long? How long have you been lying to me?" David answered, "It wasn't supposed to happen. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was lonely." Sarah cut him off. "Lonely? I was right here, every single day. I gave you my love, my trust, my life. And you threw it all away for a secret smile." David whispered, "I made a mistake." Sarah replied firmly, "No, David, a mistake is forgetting an anniversary. A mistake is saying something you regret. This was a choice. And you chose her over me." In that moment, Sarah knew the man standing in front of her wasn't the man she married. He had traded loyalty for lies, devotion for deception, and so she chose to walk away. Sometimes the strongest love you can give is the love you give yourself. Sarah realized she deserved more than broken promises and half-truths. She deserved honesty. She deserved respect. She deserved peace. As time went on, Sarah healed. The pain of betrayal faded into a dull ache in her heart, a reminder of a love lost, but not of a life ruined. She picked up the pieces of her shattered trust and built a foundation of self-respect. She rediscovered passions, hobbies, and dreams she had put on hold. She traveled, she learned new skills, she volunteered. She became a force of nature, strong, resilient, and free. Years later, people still talked about Sarah not as the betrayed wife, but as an inspiration. A beacon of hope, a testament to the strength of the human spirit. She became a symbol of moving on, of rising above, of thriving after heartbreak. This story is a reminder, never ignore the signs. Trust your intuition, because love without honesty is not love at all. Cheating hurts, but healing begins with self-respect. If you found this story relatable or insightful, please share it with those who might need to hear it. Your support means everything to us. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video.